We all saw Sarah Jakes Roberts preaching this past weekend, I think it was. I'm not sure about that. I think the video was released this past week of her preaching so hard that her wig started falling off, and she just went on and pulled it off in front of the entire crowd and just said, hey, she didn't care. The wig didn't make her. She did say she thought the wig made her look better, but she went on to say that she didn't think that the wig made her, and so she kept preaching. In fact, it seems like her doing that sort of made an impact on the audience, especially the women who were in the audience.
Opportunity, child, my wig is up. Well, tell me about it. I don't care. Y'all don't think this is my hair, do you? I really don't care. Because none of this is really necessary.
What it takes. Do you think the woman with the issue of blood cared about her hair? Do you think the woman with the issue of blood cared about what she looked like? The woman, all right, I'm about to take it off. It ain't never.
And so that just got me to thinking. I wanted to make some comments about that because my mom and most of my aunts, when I was a teenager, wore wigs. They had short, kinky hair, and they covered it up. Then they started wearing the jerry curl and so forth. All of that is a legacy of black women basically having an issue with their natural, kinky hair. Let's just be straight up honest about it. All of us being here in North America, we have been sold a bill of goods that say that our physical features are unattractive and ugly. That goes for us black men, that goes for us black women, and black children. We are ugly according to the American European standard of beauty. Black men are ugly, black women are ugly, black children are ugly. When you compare our beauty, our physical features to that of the European standard of beauty, that is the result of us being in a country that is dominated by whites and who think that their physical features are, again, the most beautiful physical features that God made. We have been told again and again and again through television, through ads, through print magazine, movies, that we are, in their opinion, ugly people, unattractive people. Our nose are too big, our lips are too big, our hair is too kinky, and so you're not beautiful. And when I see African-American women especially doing all sorts of things to try to achieve or reach that standard of beauty, it is heartbreaking. But I'm going to be honest. Again, it does affect African-American men as well. I remember in the 80s, when I was in my early 20s, I used to wear a curl. I tried to make it look like it was my natural hair, but it was a curl because, again, I was affected, impacted by the same thing African-American women have been impacted by. That is, my physical features just aren't beautiful in comparison to white men. And black women are not beautiful when compared to that white European standard. We all have been impacted by that. I don't know if you've ever seen the doll test that was conducted by Kenneth Clark back in the 50s to show that segregation was inherently evil. If not, go find that on YouTube, watch that, and you'll see exactly what I'm saying. Now, I'm going to put the pictures of 4 women on the screen, and we're going to do a simple little test. And then I'm going to put a video on the screen, and you'll see why this is so heartbreaking. Let me put these women on the air. Here they are. So we got 4 women here, all beautiful women, right? But the question is, which one of these women is the most beautiful? Again, all 4 beautiful women, but which one is the most beautiful? Now, according to this European standard that has been ingrained and indoctrinated in all of our thinking, right? Number 2 is the most beautiful woman here. Some of us would disagree about that. Some of us would say, no, I don't think that. But subconsciously, that is the most beautiful person in America. Now, personally, I don't think so. I'm saying what the American standard of beauty is. It would definitely be number 2. That is a blue-eyed white woman with blonde hair. That is the epitome of beauty according to the American standard. And then probably number 4 will come next. Number 4, I don't know this woman's ethnicity, but she is maybe Latino, maybe Arab, maybe biracial. I'm not sure. But she likely would get the vote to be the second most beautiful woman of these that we see. And then third of all would be number 3. She appears to be an African-American woman, but she has the long, straight hair. I doubt that's her natural hair, but it could be. But she is the one who would probably get the vote for the third most beautiful woman in this picture. And then last of all, number 1 is the African-American woman who's wearing what appears to be her natural hair. That may be a natural wig, I'm not sure. But the fact that she's an African-American woman and she has natural hair on her head, she is at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to standards of beauty. So I'm just making the point that we all have been impacted by what the standard of beauty is in America. And it would definitely be number 2 because she is a white, blonde, blue-eyed woman. Now, since she is the standard of beauty, she is the one that most women, not just in America, but most women even across the world would try to look like, including black women. Now, let me show you the video that I want you to see. Again, this is heartbreaking to me. It is heartbreaking to see African-American women spend this kind of money and go to this length to try to look like the woman here in this picture, number 2, which is the standard of beauty. I just would love to see sisters just begin to love themselves the way God made them. But I think black men play a part in this. Black men must affirm the beauty of black women. We don't do that because we have been impacted as well. So we too, subconsciously, think that the white woman here in this picture is the most beautiful one. And so we want our women, if we can't have her, we want a woman who looks as close to her as possible, especially the hair and even the skin tone and the other parts of her, right? So while white supremacists did this to all of us, unfortunately, we often reaffirm it. We, instead of trying to break free from this indoctrination and from this brainwashing, we tend to affirm it. And especially us black men, we're essentially saying in your natural self, you're not beautiful. You're not attractive. I don't want you like that. Go get a weave. Go get a wig. Here's the money. I don't want to see your nappy hair. I don't want to see your kinky hair. I don't want to see that. I want to see long, stringy hair like white women or biracial women or Asian women or Arab women or Latino women, but I don't want to see your natural hair. What does that say to black women? That say, go get that weave. Go put that wig on. You're not beautiful the way that you are in your natural self. Well, she really is. Okay? She really is beautiful. The problem is not with her beauty. The problem is with your brainwashing. If we men would stop and say, hey, why do I find the black woman in her natural state to be unattractive, yet I find the white, the biracial, the Latino, the Asian woman in her natural state to be naturally beautiful, but not women of my own ethnicity? That's brainwashing. That is not beauty. We're not judging African-American women on their beauty. We're judging them based on our brainwashing. And we need to affirm our women in their natural beauty. When our daughter was a child, I said, sweetheart, please, let's not do any perms, any of that stuff in Chloe's hair. Let's allow her to make that decision once she gets of age. So my wife agreed and did not perm, or straighten her hair, or any of that. She wore her natural hair until she was like 16 years old. And then at that point, she was able to decide what she wanted to wear. And pretty much since then, she has also kept her hair natural. And it was the most beautiful thing growing up. That girl's hair was strong. The texture was strong. I used to say you could set a plate of food on her hair and her hair would hold it up. That's strength. That's beauty. That's the way God made us. But we've been warped in our thinking to believe that that's ugly, that that's unattractive. And I don't know why when you see such strength in that hair. Look at how strong that hair is. Look at how beautiful that hair is. That hair is standing up with strength, with pride. That to me is what's beautiful. And so as a result of that, my wife has worn her natural hair for the last about 15 years. I believe that's the way we need to affirm our wives, our daughters, our sisters, our nieces, all the females in our lives. They are beautiful men. I want you to see that the problem is not with them and their beauty. The problem is with the brainwashing that we have all experienced because of being in this country that is so proud of what they consider to be the most beautiful woman on the planet, the blonde, blue-eyed white woman. And we know from Scripture that that is not true. We know from Scripture that God did not make one ethnicity more beautiful, more attractive than any other ethnicity. That is not true. Scripture clearly says that God is no respecter of persons, no respecter of races, no respecter of ethnicities, nationalities, etc. He loves us all. He made us all beautiful. And he looked at his creation on the sixth day of the 7-day creation story. And he said, it is all beautiful. So you beautiful Black African queens, I want to say to you today, you are beautiful in your natural state. You don't have to do anything to be beautiful. God made you beautiful with your nappy hair, with your full lips, your full hips, your full noses. You are beautiful the way God made you. Brothers, please, we didn't do this to them. The white man did it to all of us, but we have at times perpetuated it. And we need to stop it. We need to affirm our sisters. Let's start doing it today. All right, this is The Gap. I'm Augustus Corbett. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.